Hi, and in this video I want to talk about something that is quite heartbreaking and sad, which is that there are kids out there who end up paying other kids to be with them, to be their friend, like giving away their toys that they love and things, and in a way compensating for the worthlessness, for the fear of being alone, for the heaviness that they feel inside, for not being seen as lovable, worthy, and good enough in themselves. And this may have been an aspect of your experience as well if you're watching this, because my name is Åse Vegreff and I'm a survivor of a narcissistic mother. It certainly has been my experience. I'm also a registered counselor, and welcome to my channel for you who grew up with a narcissistic mother. So let's look at this. So there's this, sometimes I hear it from adult clients and other people about having a child that is giving away their toys to others, and they tell this child, don't do that, you don't have to do that, these are your toys, you keep them, they are for you. Or there are clients who, and my own experience of being this child who gave things away in order for just to have relationships, because that was the way that we were molded to think that we had to give, and that we weren't good enough in our just being ourselves. But I'm here to tell you, to show this to you, so that you can begin to step towards another reality, because these are patterns that start in childhood and they last until adulthood. So if you grow up with a narcissistic mother, then you are not seen for who you are. You are not loved unconditionally for being who you are. In fact, she doesn't know how to love, because love is all there is. Love is the power and the force and the light that puts a light in the eye of a child, knowing that there is delight in the eyes of the parent looking at you just for being you. This is what you don't get. You get someone who wants to use you for how they see fit. And you quickly learn as a child of a narcissistic mother that love isn't coming your way, you aren't seen, and there's a lot of pain there, and you're on your own. So you quickly learn to step into survival patterns, such as, if I just please her, if I just put my attention on her rather than on myself, if I read the room and her mood, all these things can protect me from something bad happening, and I'll just take whatever crumbs I get, which might be tiny, and sometimes there can be a long time nothing coming at all to you. But you end up being this child that's really serious, that's really doesn't get a childhood the way a childhood really should be, that is suffering depression or heaviness, and is lacking a lot of protection care and healthy modeling, like becoming that free child that can play with other kids and so on. You don't get that. So it's no wonder then, when life is so hard and as a child you're struggling with just going along being how you think the other person wants you to be, that you also take that outside of your relationship to your mother, and then you do it in kindergarten and with school friends and in your spare time. So it's not such a big step to begin to feel, because the feeling is that I'm not worthy, I'm not lovable, I'm not good enough, I'm not nobody can actually, your experience has been that nobody can actually love you just for being you. Nobody wants to just offer you a relationship, a close friendship, just for being you. And because this is such a fear of ours deep inside, to be excluded, because in the old times when we were just living out in the woods, that would have meant a certain death. And our survival system is wired with that. So it means that there are powerful forces that keep you doing all the things that you need to do in order to be included and on some level. So no wonder then that you take the toys that you really find beautiful, that you really love, that you care the most about, and offer them to your friends, to people that you want to try to get on your side, to be with, to hang out with you. But of course, what are you doing then? You're perpetuating the dysfunction. You're taking it out of your family. It's already in you, and now you're putting it out there in the world in new relationships and setting yourself up to carry on this pattern. And if you treat yourself badly in relationships, then other people are going to treat you the way you treat yourself. So you're actually sabotaging a healthy relationship from your authentic self. But of course, as a child with a narcissistic mother, you maybe haven't been seen that much, so you don't really know who you are inside that well. So it's already difficult. And so people don't really respect you doing this. People begin to take you for granted doing this. People begin to even have expectations of you giving the little thing that you have. And it's really heartbreaking and really cruel. And yeah, this is how it can go, and it can carry on. And so you just end up attracting people perhaps who want to take from you, who've seen that you are a giver and who want to take from you. And it can happen on so many levels. So you might end up in patterns such as overgiving, pleasing, always empathically reading others and spending your time focusing on them and not yourself, saying yes to other people and no to yourself consistently, caring for other people, not yourself, or putting yourself last on the list. These are ways that you are set up for. And what can also happen is all kind of other survival patterns, like withdrawal from relationships because it's so painful, it's so hard, and we don't know what other pattern to have. So we don't know how to be in relationship without it hurting so much. So that makes a lot of sense, withdrawal. Or it can also be like focusing on academics, focusing on being a high achiever, focusing on perfectionism and so on. These can also be like survival paths and compensatory mechanisms in order to be in relationship or be out of relationship or keep ourselves safe. So, but usually with survival patterns like this, it's not so easy to step out of it. Just like that child doesn't need to be told to not give their toys away. That child needs to be seen at depth about the pain and the hurt and the situation that they're in, to have comfort, to have support, to understand more than what they do themselves. And this is also the case for adult survivors of narcissistic mothers stuck in survival patterns like this. To have understanding such as this video that I'm giving you right now is a small step in that, such as other people's experiences, such as understanding yourself and seeing how this all relates together, such as having a framework, such as having a framework for understanding how to step out of survival patterns, such as having support and community, and possibly also other relationships with people who are on a similar path, who really get it because they stand in the shoes of similar shoes as you do. So if this is of interest to you, then I would love for you to come and step closer to my world. You can do that by signing up for my email community in the link in the comment field of this video. There's also my email address on the description of this video. And if you're interested in joining, I have a 12-week healing journey program to help you in this kind of process of actually coming out of survival into your authentic self, so that you can relate more from that place and build solid relationships in your life, then if you're interested in that, then do email me or sign up to my email community. Either way, you will get information about it. It's going to probably start in the beginning of June. So, and if this has been helpful, I'd love it when you comment. Please subscribe, like, comment, so that I get to see you again. And I send you a warm hug, because this is an experience that is really painful and difficult, but let's shed light on it, and let's not keep it in the dark, because we don't deserve that. We deserve to see it for what it is, and to unshame ourselves, and feel better about ourselves, and to live well. So all the best to you, and hope to see you again soon. Bye bye.